What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. So last week I took delivery of my Model 3 and boy has it been a journey. From when I placed my order to when I picked up the car, when I got the car, it was around 3 months or a little under 3 months. Now the entire process was smooth, long, but pretty smooth for the most part. No crazy problems or anything like that. There were a few minor bumps in the road and a few small surprises. So I want to share my entire experience, get into as much detail as I possibly can about it, and just share everything with you guys in the hopes that somebody, if you are buying a Tesla or if you've already placed your order, might be able to take something away from this video. But with that being said, let's dive right in. So I placed my order on October 16th, 2020. I've been waiting for a little while now because I'd heard Tesla was about to come out with a refresh to the Model 3s, and that's when they finally did. And that's when I placed my order. If you guys are in the market for getting a Tesla, I would highly recommend doing as much research as you possibly can and keeping up with the rumors, because a lot of times Tesla comes out with changes randomly. They generally don't have year updates. So like they can randomly come out with a change in the middle of a year to a car, and they can be some pretty significant changes. So October 16th, placed my order. Now, placing an order for Tesla is probably one of the easiest things you'll do. I did everything online. To this day, I still haven't actually gone into a Tesla dealership or a Tesla showroom. But when you place your order, all you do is you place a $100 deposit, $100 order fee, and you just give them some of your information. I think like your address, your email, and contact info, etc., etc. One thing to note here is when you place your order, you don't have to complete your entire payment. Again, you're just paying your $100 order fee, and that's it. So if you're stuck between, let's say, financing and leasing, you probably have a few extra days to think about it. Now, it'll be good to know that before you place your order, because if push comes to shove, you're gonna have to continue pretty fast. But generally, you have a few extra days. For me, I had a few extra weeks. That was nice, and we'll get into all that in a little bit. But just again, $100 order fee, that's it. So from there, once I placed my order, got an email confirmation, that was it. Then a few days later, I think that was on a Friday, so on that Monday, I just got an email from one of the advisors at Tesla with a bunch of info, with frequently asked questions, with the option to come in and test drive it, and just a bunch of videos and stuff. I never really wanted to test drive it because I wanted the very first time that I drove a Tesla to be mine, so I waited, didn't do it, but you have that option, of course. From there, you have to complete your profile. Depending on how far away your delivery is, you may have some time to do that. So that includes adding in a lot of your personal information, like your driver's license, etc., figuring out a way to pay for the car, and your insurance information. They gave me a 6 to 8 week estimate for when I was going to get my car, which around the time I think was anywhere from November 20th to December 15th. From my understanding, Tesla does all of their deliveries at the end of the quarter for their new cars, so that's something to keep in mind. Obviously, there's always going to be exceptions, but generally you're going to get your car towards the end of the quarter. So for me, it was the end of December. For next quarter, it's going to be in March. So just keep that in mind. Now, this is where my first point of confusion came in, and to be completely honest, I haven't quite figured out the entire thing yet, and I'm still a little bit confused. So if you know the answer to this, please let me know in the comments below. So I was going to do Tesla financing. That's how I was going to pay for the car. That was my plan, to just go directly through Tesla because I couldn't find a better interest rate anywhere else. Tesla was offering 2.5% at the time, which was pretty good. And I had been told that pre-approvals for auto loans are generally good for 30 days. So that means that if you apply for financing in mid-October, but you're going to get the car in December, you're going to have to apply again. That's going to be another hit on your credit. So because of this, I waited to complete my payment and complete my profile all the way until around early November. At this point, Tesla reaches out to me telling me that if I don't complete my profile, my order might get delayed. Now, I was kind of torn. I didn't really know what to do because I didn't want to have to reapply for financing. And when I asked them that, they said most of their lenders offer pre-approvals for 60 days. So apparently not all, but most offer for 60 days. So I don't know if there was a chance that I would get one that only offered it for 30 days and I would have to reapply again. But whatever, regardless, I trusted them, I applied, and everything worked out. I don't know if I'm overthinking this or if there was an actual potential problem here, but regardless, I'm happy it worked out for the best. And so that was that. So around mid-November now, I have completed my entire profile, so done all my personal info, payment, and then insurance. Now here comes probably the longest wait of my life here. It was pretty quiet for a little while, no updates or anything like that. It felt like I was waiting for an entire year at this point, but it was only a few weeks. The wait for a Tesla is the worst and best thing about it, because on one end it feels like you are waiting forever, But on the other hand, the wait just makes it that much better when you finally get it. Okay, so let's fast forward to mid-December now. This is when it started finally hitting me that I am actually about to get a Tesla. And this is when it kind of started to feel real for me. So when you're getting close to your delivery date, one of the things that's an indication that your car is about to get here is your VIN populating on the Tesla website. So at this point, I was refreshing the Tesla site like 3 times a day, and I kept looking out for that VIN. And probably around December 20th is when I started to get a little worried that I might actually not get it by the end of the year. They told me I would. They told me I would probably get it before Christmas, but it was December 20th and still nothing. The week of Christmas, I gave Tesla a call. I talked to my advisor, and she basically said, hey, listen, they're going to make your car Christmas Eve probably, so that's probably when you'll see your VIN populate. And then we'll probably get the car out here the day after Christmas, and you might be able to come pick it up that Saturday or the next Monday. And that's exactly what happened. I don't know if she's just that good or all that information is completely available to all the Tesla advisors, but regardless, she was spot on. The night of Christmas Eve is when I saw my VIN populate on the Tesla site. And the next morning, so on Christmas Day, I got an automated text from Tesla to sign up for a delivery slot. The interesting thing was that I wasn't expecting is that they were going to do a home delivery, and the next delivery spot was, I think, the following Wednesday, which was December 30th. So after you sign up for your delivery appointment, this is when you have to make your payment, or at least I had to with Tesla financing. So I paid all of that out of the way and got everything all good to go. At this point, I'm not going to lie, I was running super impatient, so I wanted to see if I could get my car as soon as possible and move my appointment up. I called them first thing Saturday morning because Friday they were closed because of Christmas. And they told me that if my car was there, they could actually deliver it that day, which got me super excited for a second, but it turns out they didn't have my car. But I still moved it up from Wednesday to Monday at 10 a.m. Finally, Monday morning rolls around. I barely sleep Sunday night, and I'm just excited to get my car. Around 10 a.m., which is when my delivery was supposed to be, I get a text from my advisor that my car is actually still not there yet. I was the one that kept pushing for them to move the appointment up as soon as they could, so I don't blame them. She told me it's still on the way, and they would still be able to deliver today, which was cool, no problem. Now, I was working through most of that day, so I was pretty busy, but my advisor was texting me with updates and everything. She told me that I was going to get my car probably later towards the day, 6 or 7, or at least she said they were doing deliveries up until 7 p.m., which made me think I was going to get it a little bit later in the day. But then at around 4 o'clock, Tesla showed up at my house, and I'm not going to lie, I was caught off guard. So I went outside. When they drove my car, I don't know what I was expecting, but I didn't expect them to drive it, so they put some extra miles on it. Not a big deal, but some people, that might be a deal breaker, so keep that in mind if you are going to do an at-home delivery. But I basically went outside. The lady was on her phone. I thought she was going to call me, but nope, turns out she didn't even need me to be there. She was just doing paperwork on her phone that she was going to email me, and I kind of just stood there awkwardly for a minute or two. And then she finished it up, sent it, and like I had minimal interaction with her, and that's it. She told me there was paperwork inside of the car I had to sign and mail back, and that was it. She emailed me the key, basically. I opened it up in the Tesla app. There was also 2 key cards inside of the car when I got in there, but that was it. Honestly, that entire delivery experience was pretty underwhelming. I kind of wish I got the opportunity to go and pick it up instead. And that's honestly what I recommend you guys do. I feel like it's a much better experience if you actually go to the Tesla showroom versus them bringing it to your house. There's one other huge upside to going and actually picking up your car, and this is honestly probably the most important part of this video. So whenever you get a car from Tesla, you used to have 7 days and you could return the car if there was any issues with it, like any panel gaps or any build quality issues that Tesla's infamous for. You could let them know within 7 days and they would take care of it for you. That has changed recently. That's only 100 miles now, which is nothing. If you are somebody like me who, I was super excited, I want to drive my car nonstop as soon as I got it, you will put 100 miles in less than a day easily on it. So go there, go pick up your car, and before you sign anything, take your time and look through the car. I heard you have basically as much time as you want, so you can take an hour or so and just look through everything. Have a checklist ready of everything to look for. There's a lot of them online that you can find, and have that ready. Go in, inspect a car before you sign it or before you take it, because again, Tesla's just so infamous for having panel gap quality issues. Thankfully, my car had no problems. I'm grateful for that, but I would say if you can, go pick it up. I was kind of curious to see what the home delivery experience was like, but honestly, it wasn't that great. I don't know if they have changed it a little bit just because of the pandemic right now, but it was just very, very average. And I feel like you could get a lot more out of it if you actually went there and picked up your car. Tesla has gotten a lot better with the build quality of their cars in 2021, but I would say still take that extra step, make sure there's nothing wrong with your car, and just double check everything. Better safe than sorry. Okay, real quick. Post-production Reza here. I just realized I forgot to talk about one thing, and that's end of the quarter incentives. So generally, a lot of times what Tesla will do at the end of every single quarter to boost their sales is offer some sort of free incentive to anybody who buys a car. So for my quarter, they offered 1 year worth of free supercharging for anybody that took delivery after mid-December. And so I was eligible for that. So keep that in mind. If you haven't bought a Tesla yet and it's the end of the quarter, keep an eye on that. A lot of times Tesla might announce that it might be different things, but just keep an eye on that. You might be able to snag yourself something for free. That's basically it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope somebody out there can take some value out of this. If I helped you at all, it would mean a lot if you smashed that thumbs up button and if you subscribed. But for now, I will catch you guys in the next video.